Hello everybody, and welcome to this video detailing our latest cockpit installment, which is the Boeing 767 Chronograph, which has actually been adapted from a Boeing 737 Chronograph. This right here is the Chronograph. I'll just move my thumb out of the way. Yep, this is the Chronograph right here. We've pretty much made everything here apart from the faceplate, which has been laser engraved and provided by Opencockpits. The rest of it, such as the needle and all the switches and all the rear assembly here, including the we probably can't see it from within there, but including all the stepper motor assemblies, 7-segment displays and so on, and we've interfaced it to the computer using the Opencockpits USBStepper Motors Card, which powers the chronograph needle, the Opencockpits displays card, which powers the 7-segment displays in the middle, and finally the Opencockpits Master Card and USB expansion card, of which interfaces these switches, such as the one I'm touching with my thumb right here, the chronograph switch. Okay, so basically Opencockpits provided me with a Boeing 737 chronograph kit, and we built it and I interfaced it to the Level D 767 Boeing software, which is on screen right now, using Lekseecon's Lekseecon software, and this drives the chronograph and synchronizes it with the Level D chronograph right there. So pretty much that matches this, but as you can see I haven't even turned SIOC on yet, so the chronograph isn't powered up yet, so I'm just going to do that right now. Just put that on there. If I just start SIOC, you can immediately see that the chronograph display has lit up, and we can see that it matches the Level D software display. I'll just wait for that to open up. So as you can see, it says that the time is 12:20 there, and if we see on screen there, the time is also 12:20. As you know, the chronograph has a needle as well, which shows the number of elapsed seconds since the timer starts, and this needle is obviously the white needle visible on our chronograph. As you can see, the needle isn't doing anything, and that's because it isn't powered by SIOC alone. There's another program which powers the needle called USBStepper Motors .exe, which is literally the name of the file. So if I just open that up, you should see the stepper motor needle do a full 360-degree rotation, and it should stop again exactly on 60. So we're just going to do that now. Okay, so I'm just going to start the application that powers the stepper motor. If I click run here, we shall see the stepper motor rotate through 360 degrees and stop again at the 60 mark, or the 0 mark. So if I just do that now, I've started the software, so we'll see it turn in a minute. And there we go. It's rotated 360 degrees and stopped again on 60. And it's literally just done a self-calibration test, which means it's rotated all the way around, so it knows where the 0 point is. Okay, so now that we've got all the software up and running, we're just going to demonstrate the chronograph now. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you this switch here, the time. Just zoom out a bit. The time and date switch. Pressing this switch toggles this top display between the time and the date, which is simple enough to understand. So it's currently on time, so if I press the button, you can see it switches to date in the order month and day. So that will be the first month on the 21st, in other words the 21st of January. If I just press time and date again, it goes back to time, date, time, and so on. And again, you can see this matches the display on the screen, 12:24, and it is indicating 12:24. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to demonstrate really is what people associate with the chronograph, is the actual movement of the needle itself. and this is started using the chronograph button here. When I press this button, this will start the timer and the needle will start to spin round. When the needle hits 60, that means it has done 1 minute and the bottom display will show 1, and once it's done another lap it will show 2, and so on. That is until I reset it, whereby that will return to 60 and that will obviously go back to 0. Okay, so just before I go ahead and press this button, we're going to start the Lekseecon software. This is a program developed by Lekseecon from the Netherlands. It interfaces between Opencockpits cards, the program SIOC, which drives the Opencockpits stuff, and last but certainly not least, this actual software itself, the Level D software. So if I start Lekseecon here, we can see that it says connected right there, which means it's working, so we can go ahead and use the chronograph. Okay, so I'm just going to press the chronograph button right here. Okay, I've just pressed it, and as you can see the needle is slowly ticking round, and hopefully it is exactly in sync with the Level D 767 software. So if I just bring my camera over to this screen here, you can see the needle's just about passing the 20-second mark now. So if I bring my camera over here, the chronograph has also just passed the 20-second mark, and approaching 25 seconds, the Level D software has also just passed 25 seconds. So as you can see, they're exactly in sync, and other functions such as the time and date button up here still work. As you can see, I'm switching between time and date now, time, date, and so on. The next thing to look out for is this bottom display. As I've previously said, when the needle hits the 60 mark, it will have elapsed 1 minute, and so the bottom display will show a 1. Likewise, the Level D simulation software will show a 1 there. So if we just wait for it to hit 60 seconds. Okay, so it just hit 60, and as you can see, a 1 has appeared. Likewise, the Level D software also has a 1 showing in its bottom display. So I'm just going to go ahead and stop the chronograph now by pressing the chronograph button. I've just pressed it, and as you can see, the timer has froze at 1 minute and 16 seconds. And if I press the chronograph button again, it will rotate back to 0. There we go. And it's ready for use again. So if I press the chronograph button again, the timer will start again. Okay, one final thing I'd like to show you is the backlighting on the unit. It's quite difficult to see in this room, but the outer scale here and the outer faceplate here where it says chronograph, time and date and so on, they're all backlit, and to show this more easily I'm just going to turn the aircraft's generator on and off, and hopefully we'll see the backlighting turn on and off as well. So yeah, as you see, I just turned the generator off, and the module's backlighting has also gone off. Back on and back off again. Okay, so thanks very much for watching. That's pretty much all there is to this Boeing 737/767 chronograph. If you'd like to see a review of this chronograph and the USB Stepper Motors Card, please check the description for more information. Thank you very much, and see you soon.